Today, from Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buffalo Bills taking on the Washington football team.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Buffalo Bills. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. On first down, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he gets this one just... shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
Complete.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a 1st quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The numbers on Moss from last week's game. 13 carries, 61 yards. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
I can remember last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With Washington 7, Bills 0.
On 2nd down, it's Moss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They will find Davis. That's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here's Antonio Gibson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On second down, here's a run with Moss. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. That is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now Jones. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown, Ronald Jones. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And Washington has taken the lead.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other. Just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw again on second down. Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This one caught by Davis.
And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now this one complete on the slant route. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Allen, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
This will be caught at about the 6.
Complete.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
The pickup.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off around the 37, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again here with Moss. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Right back to Moss. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 30 yards there. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Ronald Jones with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Allen's throw is complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bills get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Jones. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ronald Jones, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills getting set to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on second and long. Allen. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had
had to get it out quickly. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
The Washington offense back out there. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our